At her funeral, people whispered the same thing again and again: poor woman, she had nothing in life. But when an old dusty diary was opened, the room fell completely silent. Margaret lived in a small, worn-out house at the edge of town. Her clothes were simple, her furniture old, and her life looked painfully ordinary. Neighbors often pitied her. Some even mocked her quiet, lonely existence. She never achieved anything, one relative whispered during her funeral. After the ceremony, Margaret's belongings were gathered into a small wooden box. Inside were only a few photographs, a faded scarf, and an old brown diary tied with a ribbon. Curious, her niece Emma opened it. The first page read, "If you're reading this, it means I'm gone. But my story was never meant to be loud, it was meant to be kind." Emma continued reading. Page after page revealed something no one had ever known. Margaret had secretly paid school fees for 3 children in the neighborhood whose families couldn't afford education. She bought groceries every winter for an elderly couple who had no relatives. She even helped a struggling young artist by quietly purchasing his paintings so he wouldn't give up. None of them knew it was her. Tears filled Emma's eyes as she read the final pages. "I never wanted recognition. The joy of helping someone quietly is the purest kind of wealth." Emma stood up and began reading the diary aloud to the room. Slowly, the whispers stopped. People looked at each other with shock and shame. The poor woman they had pitied had actually changed many lives. By the end, the room was filled with tears. Margaret had lived with almost nothing. But she had left behind something priceless. A legacy of kindness no one had ever noticed.